Arturia's MiniLab and AKAI's MPK Mini. These are two of the most popular MIDI keyboards, and they're the two that I see most people deciding between when they're picking out their first controller. AKAI recently dropped the MPK Mini 4. It's a pretty big redesign and definitely an upgrade on the MPK Mini 3, but did they do enough to make this the clear choice over Arturia's MiniLab 3? We're gonna go over everything in this video, hopefully help you decide which one of these is right for you. Today's video is supported by my friends at Skillshare. I'll tell you about them in a little bit and how you can get 1 month of Skillshare for free. But for now, let's dive in and see how these two MIDI keyboards compare. Both MIDI keyboards have a compact size and design. MPK Mini 4 is a little smaller and a bit lighter than MiniLab 3. They are both made of plastic and have a pretty similar feel. I definitely do like the MPK Mini's slightly smaller size for the sake of portability, but that extra size that MiniLab 3 has gives your controls just a little extra breathing room, if that makes sense. You're not quite as cramped, which can also be nice. That said, both controllers will easily fit in a backpack. They, of course, both have 25 velocity-sensitive keys. They each have 8 drum pads, 8 rotary encoder knobs. The MiniLab has pitch and modulation touch strips, while the MPK Mini has pitch and modulation wheels. MPK Mini has a color screen, while MiniLab has a black and white screen. The MiniLab also has these 4 programmable faders, and the MPK Mini does not. Pretty identical on the back here. Both controllers have a MIDI out for controlling things like hardware synthesizers. They both have a sustain pedal jack and a USB-C port. Now with the updated MPK Mini 4, these keybeds are closer in size, in playability, and just overall feel than they've ever been. The keys are actually just about the exact same size. MPK Mini 4 has an updated 3rd gen keybed, without a doubt the best feel of any MPK Mini yet. MiniLab 3 has a really great keybed too. A lot of people call it the best in this category. It's definitely my favorite. The keys just have a really nice quality. They're responsive and they have this like soft and spongy feel, where the MPK Mini's keys feel a little bit more springy, if that makes sense. I do give the slight edge to MiniLab, but emphasis on slight. You really can't go wrong with either of these keys. Now, if you are interested in either one of these MIDI keyboards, chances are you're new to or in the early stages of your journey with music. And whether you're learning music production, songwriting, composition, or you just want to learn some new skills on the piano, my friends at Skillshare have some amazing classes that can help you learn new skills really quickly and get on to making your music. They're also giving away 1 month free, but more on that in a second. I'm currently taking Alex Kopp's sync-focused music production class, and I'm learning a ton. This is a class designed to help producers learn how to create music for TV and film. And this songwriting and music production class is definitely one I wish I had when I was first starting out. It's only 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's broken down into 21 short lessons. Mike Barnes does a really awesome job walking you through all of the essential aspects of songwriting and music production. He gives you everything you need to write your first song or even level up your next song. And the best part is you do everything at your own pace, so you can take the time that you need to really understand the concepts and skills that you're learning in each class. Right now, Skillshare are running a special deal for the month of November. So the first 500 people to use the link in the description or scan this QR code will get a 1 month free trial of Skillshare plus 20% off of your first payment. So if you've been thinking about diving more into music production, or you just want to learn a new musical skill, now is a perfect time to start learning on Skillshare. Just like with the keys, the drum pads on these two MIDI keyboards are super similar. They're pretty much the exact same size, although the MPK Mini's drum pads are a little bit more raised. than the drum pads on the MiniLab. Both sets of pads are velocity sensitive, and they're also RGB backlit, and both MIDI keyboards have 2 pad banks. So even though you're only getting 8 physical pads here, those 2 different pad banks give you a total of 16 assignable pads, and that's the case on both of these MIDI keyboards. The MPK Mini has this 2 rows of 4 layout for its drum pads, kind of in the MPC style. Makes it a little bit easier when you're finger drumming because you can incorporate your thumb. That said, I actually do prefer the feel of MiniLab 3's drum pads. They're just a little bit softer and a little bit spongier when you play them. With MPK Mini 4, AKAI took their once goated MPK Mini drum pads and they made them smaller, and I don't know, they feel a little bit stiffer. Probably the only thing about the redesign that I'm just not a huge fan of. But with that said, if finger drumming is a big part of what you'll be using this keyboard for, I do still think the 2 rows of drum pads give the MPK Mini the slight edge here. Now, like I always do, I want to give one of these keyboards away to one of you. So just make sure you're subscribed to the channel, you like this video, and leave a comment down below letting me know which one of these keyboards is your favorite. Please be aware of the scam messages that are out there. I will reach out to you directly from my Instagram account. You can follow me over there if that's helpful, but yeah, good luck. Both controllers do have a built-in arpeggiator, and MiniLab 3's is pretty standard. You use the 8 knobs to control your arpeggiator parameters. You have on and off, mode, division, swing, gate, rate, sync, and octave. And this definitely does everything that you need an arpeggiator to do. MPK Mini definitely goes deeper with its built-in arpeggiator. You have control over all of those same arpeggiator parameters using your knobs up here. But you can also use your keys secondary function to quick change the arpeggiator's settings and parameters. You also have some additional arpeggiator parameters with MPK Mini, like mutate, random, freeze, and latch. Both controllers also have transport controls, which I honestly find myself using a lot more than I expected to. With MiniLab 3, you get cycle, stop, play, record, and tap tempo. So as long as the controller is in DAW mode, you just hold shift and press any of those transport controls to use them. Now, because MPK Mini has dedicated DAW control buttons, each of the buttons have a secondary function. So you have some additional DAW control features here as well. Undo and redo, the undo button, very handy. Quantize, which can definitely be useful. MPK Mini also has a chord mode, which lets you set chords to play with a single key press. You can choose your chord voicing, and you can see all of the different chord voicings that you have. You can choose key, scale, inversion. And lastly, you can decide what happens when you play a note on the keyboard that is out of your scale. So you can choose for those notes to either be transposed or just ignored. MiniLab 3 does have a chord mode, but it works a little bit differently. So you start by programming a chord by just playing it in, and then you can move that chord around to different root notes using your keys, obviously. Not quite as in-depth or as useful as MPK Mini's chord mode, but you do have that available. MiniLab 3 does have a built-in transpose feature, which is really useful. So if you're still learning your way around the keyboard, you can just rock out in C major, transpose to whatever key you want. Now, I do not believe MPK Mini has a transpose feature. What it does have is a scales mode. So this lets you set your key and your scale, and as you play your keyboard, you will only be playing notes that are within that key and scale. And like with the chords feature, you also have the option to ignore or transpose any wrong notes. Now, both of these keyboards come with a bunch of included software, but the main showdown is between Arturia's Analog Lab Intro and AKAI's Studio Instrument Collection. The good news is both of these keyboards are going to give you a ton of presets and sounds that you can use to make music with right away. And throughout the video, you have actually been listening to presets from each of these keyboard software collections. So here's what I'll say. I think if having drum sounds is really important to you, go with the MPK Mini. Studio Instrument Collection comes with over 1,000 presets, and a bunch of those are drum kits, so you will have that covered. Now, if you are more interested in having those classic synth and key sounds that are heard throughout recorded music history, go with the MiniLab 3. With Analog Lab Intro, you get 500 presets from 28 different instruments. And these will be instruments you know, like the Prophet, Juno, DX7, OBXA, Wurlitzer. Arturia is known for their faithful software recreations of the most legendary synthesizers, keyboards, electric pianos. So if that is something that you're interested in, definitely go with the MiniLab 3. So, as I see it, that is how these two keyboards compare. But if you want a deeper dive on either of these keyboards, you can check out my videos right over here. But thanks so much for hanging today, my friends. I am Patrick. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.